Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, we're going to look at three stories. First up, a man in Mandeville who was tied up, beaten, and set ablaze. He eventually succumbed to his injuries at hospital. Second, the flight attendant who is now no more at JetBlue. And third, the police have located the man who severely chopped the woman in Clarendon to death. But first up, I'm going to read from the Jamaica Gleaner. And this, when I saw the story, I thought I had to talk about it some more because we are living in an age where persons' hearts are desperately wicked. They go about doing some very callous acts, and you wonder where these people think or where they get the idea from to do people these kind of stuff. As I said, I'm reading from the Jamaica Gleaner. A Manchester man succumbed to burn wounds on Tuesday, just over a week after escaping the clutches of gunmen in his home of Silent Hill, where he was beaten, set ablaze, and left for dead. Jeremy Hendricks, not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but it's Jeremy, Jerrime, Hendricks, 45, visited a shop to purchase cigarette on Monday, February 8 at midnight, 4 hours after the island-wide coronavirus curfew took effect. Just as he was about to leave the shop, he discovered that men just about to leave when he discovered the shop was closed. He was approached by 4 men who took him inside and attacked him. Hendricks' effort to escape their blows and initially blocked. He was doused with gasoline and set on fire. Now, we don't condone any form of violence, any shape or form. But clearly, these criminals take this step to another level. They douse this man with gasoline and set him on fire. Now, this is an awful death that these men decided to put Hendricks through. However, the shop caught fire, giving Hendricks an opportunity to roll on the ground and seek refuge. A cousin of the victim, Sonoya Goldburn, told the Gleaner that Hendricks had sustained second and third degrees burn to 60% of his body. Now, after all of this, Hendricks ran from the shop. He seek assistance from neighbors. They called the police. He was taken to Percy Junior Hospital. He was later transferred to another hospital. But he was then placed in induced coma. So to try and, assist him with his medical condition. However, the beating was also so severe that it had severe impact on him. So the beating plus the burning really was too much for Hendricks to live through. His family actually set up a GoFundMe account trying to raise US $50,000, but it didn't materialize because they wanted to transfer Hendricks to Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami, Florida. But I don't know how that would have worked out based on the severity of the burn and the beating that he got and the trauma to his body. And when you look at it, it was all an inhumane, callous act. And based on what we are hearing and based on what we are reading from the Jamaica Gleaner, is that this act went on for hours. So the question is, why would someone do this to him? What could this man possibly do to deserve such a torture, a beating, a dose with gasoline for you to take his life? What could this man have possibly done? While he ran away naked with most of his skin falling off, he he was trying to escape. So, he got a lot of cut and thorns, stones, everything bashed him on his way, trying to escape. But, what they're also saying that while they were beating him, he asked the perpetrators if they believed in God. They said no. Well, I guess they gave him the right answer, because nobody who believed in God could really put someone through this. But they said Hendricks was a ship worker for over 20 years and was rarely in Jamaica. So I don't know why they would have really. I haven't seen anything that they robbed him or anything. All I'm hearing and reading is that they attacked him, they doused him with gasoline and severely beat him. So maybe he might have done something to them, or something might have gone amiss. We don't know. But the police have detained one person in connection with this callous and inhumane act. But Jamaica is slowly coming a place where these criminals, they actually are finding ways to torture their victim, and you wonder where they get these ideas from. But I hope this person that the police has detained is one of the perpetrators, and they'll find the other three. But let me know what you think in the comment section. The other news we want to look at is that of the case of American flight attendant Kalina Collier, who came to Jamaica, was diagnosed with coronavirus, was placed at the Ocean Coral Spring Hotel in Trelawney as a means of quarantine, and then because the fact that she was placed in quarantine, she decided to make a video, go on social media, and said that she was kidnapped and as a part of human trafficking. Now, all across the world it went, and persons were trolling Jamaica, persons were hashtagging all over, saying, help Colina, and she damaged the reputation of Jamaica. Now, after leaving the island, after leaving Jamaica, there was a lot of backlash, right? And then, prominent lawyers in Jamaica said there was nothing really they could do about what she did, because she did not make a formal report to the police. Now, after all of this, we found out that all she did was lied about the situation, because she was found having coronavirus twice. Right? The first test came back positive. She did another one. They said it came back negative. Then they did another one, which was a more precise test, and it showed that indeed she had coronavirus. So what she did, went on social media and lambasted the hotel and saying that she was under captivity. She told a lot of lies, damaging to a certain extent the reputation of Jamaica. And some Jamaicans buy into this. Everybody was pressuring the government and pressuring persons to try find Kalina Collier, only for it to be revealed by the police that her actions were pure lies. Now she's found herself under the wrong side, and some persons would say karma, and some persons would say justification, because now she was suspended by her employers, JetBlue, and now, after intense investigation and quick action by JetBlue, they have decided to relieve her of her job as a JetBlue flight attendant, so she no longer works with the company. Kudos to JetBlue, who sent apologies to the Jamaican government and the Jamaican people for this damning allegation being placed upon Jamaica by their employees, right? But at the end of the day, good sense prevailed. JetBlue, kudos to you. But now she could find herself in another situation, because lawyers for the hotel are contemplating legal action. And I don't only think that the lawyers alone of the hotel should contemplate legal actions. I think the Minister of Tourism should consider legal action too because of the damage and the false news that she brought against Jamaica. But I hope that this hotel will view everything properly and they will decide on a final answer as it relates to a lawsuit against her. And she should pay and pay dearly for such an incident where she deliberately tried to destroy the reputation of our Ocean Coral Spring Hotel in Trelawney and the reputation of Jamaica, and to all persons involved in the tourism product. So, congratulations, kudos to JetBlue, well done, and we hope Kalia will stay far from Jamaica. It's only a pity that we could not put something in place to ban her from this country and ban her from even CARICOM. And how stupid was she? Now, anywhere she goes for a job and they type in her name, this situation is going to pop up. So one moment of stupidness might end up cause her a lifetime of pain. But we are not concerned about that because she already tried to damage the product, and the product was Jamaica. Some Jamaicans were sympathetic because of how she brought it across, but in the end, it was all a farce and it was all a show being put on by Kalina Collier. By the end of the day, she's paid for it, and that's it for that case. And the final bit of news we want to give you is that the police have made a breakthrough in picking up the suspect from Clarendon who chopped 61-year-old Sharon Cole to death on Monday. You know, it was a callous, it was a gruesome act. And as I said, when I saw pictures of the incident, this man was heartless. And based on what we heard from Crooked River in the parish, is that this lady was in a relationship with him. He was very abusive. At one point, they reported him to the police. The police took him in and he was released. But he wanted to have his final say on Sharon Cole's life. And he decided to chop her to meets in Clarendon. And then he had the audacity to fled. If you're such a callous and bold and vicious man, why did you run away? This man, after killing the woman, he even chopped his dog to death. The dog was barking. Now, what rage this man was in to chop the woman who he didn't give birth to, he doesn't own. What nerve he has to bring out such an act on other person's child or a big woman. And then he has the nerve to chop an animal to death. I hope he will be charged for the animal too. And I hope when I look at his picture is now on the screen. That's a picture of Sharon Cole and the picture of him, the suspect. I hope when the police is finished with him, they put him away for good. And it's 1 minute of madness cause you a lifetime of sorrow. Based on how he looks on this photo, he might end up lose his life in prison. But gone are the days when men expect women to be with them for the rest of their life. You're in a woman not working out. It's simple. You go your separate ways. Yes, it's hard sometimes. But at the end of the day, you don't own anybody. You were not born with the person. So the person is not obligated to you in any shape or form. If you have child or kids with the person, you are obligated to the child for the rest of your life. But you are not necessarily obligated to the child's mother. Well, good work from the cops. He was found in Kingston. So I don't know what drive him to Kingston after creating such vicious act. He should stand and defend himself instead of running. You're a coward, bro. All I can tell you, you're a coward. After committing such an act against a female, then you decided to run away. Oh, poor soul. Well, I hope the cops will do their investigation and the relevant charges will be laid against him. And I would love, if it is true that he killed the dog, charges levied against him for also the slaying of the dog. But let me know what you think in the comment section. As I said, this is my opinion. You can have yours too. You can have yours say in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, stay safe. Look out for the children. Look out for a loved one. Look out for a neighbor. And remember, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.